Yeah, it's your boy Quis. Lounging sitting here, another episode of the Couch. I'm your host, the Quis, the Keesy one, the Keesiest there is. There is no one else as Keesy as me. Very Keesy. As a matter of fact, Keesing. So, if you've never watched the show before, then you're in for a treat because I am possibly one of the most eclectic young black men that you will ever come across. I am both educated, entertaining, clearly humble, not too hard on the eyes, and there's a little bit of width, pith, and there's an ambiance that, if I do say so myself, astounding. I am like a fine wine aged to perfection. And clearly slightly delusional, which, come on, let's be real. The best entertainers have to be a little batshit crazy in order to pull off what they do for you. So, consider me a neophyte into the world of mass entertainment, a young Eddie Murphy or George Carlin, if you will. That being said, I'm going to do some poetry for you. As you can see, I'm wearing my underground poetry shirt. I am a co-founder of this organization. It began here in Syracuse, New York, where I currently reside. As I make my way back to Hollywood, where I was born and where I belong. But until I get back there, shouts out to everybody here in Syracuse for the most part being pleasant and hospitable. Shouts out to those people that definitely hold me down on Facebook, Twitter, my family, the Wolf Pack. But I'm going to read some poetry for you. I'm currently a little, we'll say, excommunicated, disenfranchised from the organization I co-found, which happens. Kind of a Devo, if you will. So I'll take some of the responsibility. But, you grow with any group and sometimes you grow apart. I'm always have love for the organization, though. So, it is what it is. So if you're in the Syracuse area, first and third, they definitely check out the Underground Poetry Spot. That being said, I'm off from work. I work at Against All Odds. If you're in the Syracuse area, if you're in the basement of the Carousel Mall or anywhere where there's Against All Odds, hip hop clothing store, stop by. It's some good stuff there. And then, of course, you get the benefit of all this up in your face. Can't hate that. There's got to be worse things. So, yeah, you should probably stop by AAO if you get a chance. Check it out. Organization, Google it. But, all right, so some poetry. So, we're going to open with something nasty. If you know me, I'm a nasty dude. Nasty is kind of harsh. I'm not nasty. But I do love ladies. I love sex. And I think it's a topic that should be explored more and in new and interesting ways, particularly in poetic form. So, this poem is entitled Fuck Love. Here we go. I got a real fuck love feeling for you. This is not a holding hands, walking in exotic sands kind of love. This is not a hug and kisses, picture perfect storybook, the notebook kind of love either. I got a real fuck love feeling for you. This is not a making love kind of love. This is not even a happy go lucky, happily ever after love. This is a fuck love feeling I got where I just want to take one hand and wrap it around your neck and take the other hand and place it under your left thigh and raise it high so that I can fuck the shit out of you. I want to slam inside you so hard you hate God for making it so good. I want to fuck you till it hurts. I want to fuck you till it squirts. I want to fuck you till you're numb. I want to fuck you till you come so hard that when you're done, you must go register as slightly retarded. Not that they make slightly retarded people register, but I want to fuck you so hard you feel like there should be some official document that will endure ages and epochs, chronicled and cataloged somewhere, stored away for future generations and visiting races to witness. I want to fuck you so hard that you blog about it. And you are not even entirely sure what blogging is, so you would first have to check out a book and read up on it or Google it because you would want everyone in cyberspace to know how good you got it. I want to fuck you until you go limp, exhaustingly whimpering, keening low in the back of your throat like a dying dog. I am going to fuck you so hard you risk your job telling your boss about how your man loves you so much he knows that sometimes you just need to be fucked. Not touched or hugged, presents or promises, just a good half hour trying to fuck you straight through whatever couch, wall, floor, or sink I have you slammed up against. I want to fuck you so hard at one you ask yourself, is this nigga trying to kill me? You see, I got a real strong fuck love and a real strong fuck love kind of feeling for you where I just want to fuck you as hard as I love you. Which is as hard as the times we live in. I want to fuck the hate and hardness away. I want to fuck a smile onto your face that creeps up on you at work the next day. I got a real fuck feeling for you. I don't want to make love. I want to love fuck you. Thank you. Okay, so that's one of my poems. I hope you liked it. Let's go to something else. I got crazy poems. I've been writing poetry for about maybe, I don't know, 20 years, 15. Yeah, a lot of poetry. So let's go in a different direction. Oh, here we go. This poem is entitled Hell is a Strip Club. Did her mother teach her that? Cat showing her pussy. I don't know why the caged bird sings on the gilded stage, playing with glimpses of beautifully confusing, delicate traces of heaven. Yet it is a horrible purgatory, devil in the damn slamming, yet barely touching, brushes with forbidden caresses. Each fruit on display in Hades, reincarnated nightly as food to be devoured like souls in Tartarus. Chitonic demonic energy lurks around the peripheral as gross misrepresentations of perfect reflection are displayed lasciviously for scrutiny, gyrating, breast shaking, hips swaying like the spirit of ancestors trapped in Naraka, as waving in the menthol-coated, gin-soaked, choking ether as her ephemeral feminine form is defiled, her dignity braised in the baking heat of hell. Weak yet strong, entranced by her song. A siren's call with Medusa's stare has me stuck, racked with melancholy as we sit by the river Styx. No Elysian fields for the lost daughter of the Valkyrie, a fierce warrior woman. Amazon, Bohemians, vicious soldiers, the famed archers who rule on the island where Circe lived. And Pandemonium, Persephone is the proverbial phenomenal woman dancing with the devil. Dante's Inferno on the skin level. Paradise Lost, Nas Black Girl Lost, a diamond in the rough. Her hymen's been cut, virgin blood on the sheets as Mary Magdalene struts through the streets. Her spirit's been crushed. I see it in the flush of her cheeks when told she's so pretty, and sometimes she needs to believe it, and the stinging thing is that she needs to believe it so much. A quiet hush falls over the crowd, a throng of lost souls sitting in limbo, our idle hands cast down by our sides. We slide down in Satan's playground. We are those damn shades stopped at Satan's gates, denied from the halls of Valhalla, no nirvana. There are no 72 versions. This is not a jihad. This is far from righteous. This is not right. This is not a job. It's not the eightfold path, not the grace of the descendants of the August King, not any of Horus's pantheon, not Isis or even Cleopatra. This is the worst of Shinto, the Jangawa, Turtle, and the Fox. No indigenous culture would allow this. This is the darkness of slavery, imperial-colonialist, elitist, capitalistic, misogynistic exploitation, originating from the Egyptian and Romans, the Greeks, and ancient South American empires. The worst of Africa and the rapture. Even the Chinese with geisha, the ladies dance on poison pedestals, wilted rose petals. This is the New World Order with Old World horror. Women shedding layers of their selves, trapped in a hell made of not enough hugs and too many rapings. This is the product of desperation and neglect, the wrong attention too early, and introduction to sex. And I find myself reaching for that tainted, tantalizing fruit which is forever out of reach. Tantalus being teased, a weary traveler lost in the desert, too parched to even drool over the mirage before me. Thank you. All right. Well, that was intense. But hell is a strip club. Uh, that's one of my faves. You can check that out in my poets group that I started a while back on Facebook. It's called Poets. It's a closed group, so you can petition to be joined. We'll give you about maybe two more my poems. Let's go with fireworks. We have time for at least one more, maybe two. This poem is entitled Fireworks. My first time, there were no fireworks. Angels didn't sing and the earth didn't shake. There were no rainbows or birds chirping. There were only shame, guilt, and confusion. I was only 8. She was 13 and my 14-year-old cousin made me do it to her. We were supposedly playing doctor, but like so many prepubescent adolescents playing house, truth or dare, hide and go get it, what we were doing was just a thinly veiled exploration of the tumultuous justice of burgeoning hormones bludgeoning our senses. He told me to take my little breeder and put it in her, and when her legs gaped open like some sick and twisted imitation of childbirth, my innocent childhood was torn away like a newborn to be scrubbed and prodded. I felt unclean. robbed of any lingering naivete regarding the facts of life. Like the bitter sting of a bee, this delicate baby bird was plucked from the sanctity of my nest and thrust into a shattering miasma of being. My natural development interrupted as I was prematurely corrupted by those who should have known better. I should have been shown better, but instead of being left to be molested, I silently weep when I think of the cloying scent of her musk choking me and her coarse mane rubbing raw as she groped and pawed my narrow little boy hips. Lasciviously kissing, moaning, my mind swimming with the soothing sensations mixed with a sickening feeling of sourness. The worst thing is, I felt so powerless. I thought my first time should have been of my own choosing, not this abuse wearing the elaborate yet translucent costume of a game. I am not supposed to feel shame for this experience. I am to feel, not to feel sorry for myself or share the sorrow of my stolen yesterday. I cannot scream, beseech you to the ether to explain how such an infinitesimal, intimate moment can last infinitely. I am a broken puzzle whose pieces lay like ashes, smoldering embers of my sacred hearth strewn, my sacred hearth strewn about the rubble of my desecrated childhood. All right, we got time for one more. See if I got one to lighten the mood. Got a little deep there, right? Poetry doesn't have to be all angry. I was raped. Sexist. Hard. Wrong. I got some fun poetry. All right. Let's see. Let's check this one out. Hurry up. We got about 3 minutes. All right. That one apparently was erased. Going through my Facebook. All right, here we go. This one is entitled, Hello Guys, Me, Marquis. As I sit here on this Sabbath waiting for Easter Sunday, I sit and seek to win your favor. I find myself wondering what it is we slave for and fuse because I thought the debt was paid for. Not sure if I should say more, but all I see is hypocrisy, yet I'm accused of heresy when only seeking the truth or a reasonable facsimile. Because it seems to me as they continuously, seamlessly use your name in vain, sinisterly insinuating sin into my bones, muscles, and sinew, with fear coursing through my veins, with so many cons and contradictions through my brain. Is it any wonder that I am often pondering on whether or not I am insane? I don't know if it tears you I don't know if it's tears you cry when the world is insane or if there is simply a scientific method designed to make it rain. All I know is that I asked the Christian and was sent to church to pray. I then sought the rabbi out in the synagogue, but he just said to pay. While the imam at the mosque called on me to slay, leading me to seek the Buddhist out who told me to give it all away. Even meeting a Hindu ended in me being convinced you keep coming back and never truly go away. But am I just being cynical and it will all be okay? Or am I just too critical and should not question your wisdom? Is that not okay? Because if it's wrong to seek these answers, then why did you make me this way? So, this has been the first part of my segment of Poetry on the Couch. I love poetry. I love honest discussions, and poetry is not truth. Truth is not beauty, the quest for it is. Poetry is a clumsy fumbling in the dark to seek answers and clarity. As a poet, you have a responsibility to capture the essence, that elusive sense of truth, or at least perspective. When a poet is honest with their emotions and their perspective, and they don't force it, when they just go out there and reach for a topic, beauty is created. Because for that one moment, when somebody reads that poem, we all get it. And that is a very beautiful thing. So shouts out to all my poets, and keep sharing, watching Quis' Couch. I'm going to keep making it for the 7 of you who love it. And maybe you can find 7 more people, and one day we'll be standing somewhere looking back like, yo, we remember when. I'm going to holler at y'all. It's been the Quis. Thanks for kicking it on the couch. I'm going to see you on Facebook, Twitter, and wherever else. Peace.